CSEC Mathematics, January 2024 paper, question 2. Let's just simplify this. Alright. Now, as usual, if you have not yet attempted the question, I want you to pause and attempt the question. Okay, finished? Now, let's see what's going to happen here. Simplify this. What you're going to do is factorize numerator and the denominator. If you factorize x squared minus 7x, what you'd have brackets, a minus in the middle. Now, common factor between these two is x. So you take x outside the bracket, x times what you put here will give x squared. That would have to be x minus x times what you put here will give you 7x. So it would be 7. Or you could say, if you divide x into x squared, x into x1, x into x squared, those x times, you get x. And you could divide x into 7x. X cancels x and you have 7. Alright? That's another way you could look at it. So, now, the next thing is to factorize the denominator, the x squared minus 49. Now, what you have here is a difference of two squares. Alright? You have x squared. What do you square to get 49? It's 7 squared. These are two squares, and then you have the difference. So that's really what you have, the difference of two squares. Remember, the shortcut for factorizing the difference of two squares is when you have the two brackets. You have a plus and a minus in one. On the left, whatever you square on the left, you put it in the left hand side of each bracket. It is x that you square, so you put x in the left. 7 squared is on the right. Whatever you square to get 7 squared, you put it on the right. That's 7. X plus 7, x minus 7. See that? Before we finish it off, let's look at this a bit. If you multiply x plus 7 times x plus 7 times x minus 7, what do you get? Let's see. X by x is your x squared. X by 7 gives you negative 7x. 7 times x gives you 7x. 7 times negative 7 gives you negative 49. Here in the middle, negative 7 plus the negative 7x plus 7x. That's gone. So what you're left with is x squared minus 49, which is what you had. So you see it works. So that was a shortcut for factorizing the difference of two squares. Now, suppose you don't use the shortcut, what else would you use? You could use the AC method, if you remember that. If you have x squared minus 49, you have, remember, ax squared plus bx plus c is a form of the quadratic equation. The number that multiplies x is a. So in this case, a is equal to 1 because it's 1x squared plus c. You can see that c is equal to negative 49. It's the same method you use when you're factorizing any quadratic expression. The question is, what is b equal to? Well, you don't have any number x here. So you could fill it in by saying plus 0x. So b is 0. See that? So, as usual in the AC method, if you remember it, you multiply a by c and see what you get. This is 1 times negative 49. give you negative 49. That's AC. And you think of two numbers that add to give you B. Which two numbers add to give you B and they also multiply to give you negative 49. 7 and negative 7. 7 times negative 7 gives you negative 49. 7 plus negative 7 is 0. So they add to give you B. They add to give you 0. 7 plus negative 7, that's 0. So you have x squared plus 7x minus 7x. And remember, even if you put the negative, the minus 7x and then the plus 7x, it wouldn't make a difference. You get the same answer. Minus 49. You factorize this. You have x outside the bracket, x plus 7 inside the bracket. You factorize these two. Then you factorize these two. You get, it would be negative 7 outside the bracket. Don't choose positive 7 because you want the same things in the bracket. If you put positive 7 outside the bracket, what's inside the bracket will be negative. Put negative 7 outside the bracket, what you have in the bracket is going to be positive. 7x minus, well, it would be plus 7. If you had put negative 7, positive 7 outside the bracket, you'd have negative x minus 7. But you want x plus 7 inside the bracket. So you take this bracket as a common factor, put it outside a new bracket, x plus 7, and then inside here you have x minus 7. It's x plus 7, x minus 7, alright? So that was just a side discussion to show how this works. So what happened here now? This turns out to be x minus 7. So the top part, x squared plus 7x, you factorize it, you get x minus 7 over. And you, as I said, you could factorize this using the shortcut method of factorizing a difference of 2 squared. Here you get x plus 7, x minus 7. Now, x minus 7 over x minus 7, that's 1. So your answer would turn out to be x over x plus 7. So that is what the answer would be.